Am I really a frequent challenger?
I would say so. Hold on, we just went live.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll turn my ringer off. This is Apex of Jeopardy! Please welcome tonight's contestants. An electronics repairman. I feel like this is way too loud. An electronics repairman from Laurel, Maryland, Colin Schaefer. An engineer from Long Island, New York, William Marchese. And our champion, a college student originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Matt D'Annunzio, whose 4-day cash winnings total $110,799. And now, the host of Apex of Jeopardy, Alex Cunningham. And hopefully the host of Jeopardy, LeVar Burton. That was my attempt to will LeVar Burton into becoming the host of Jeopardy for the players, because I assume they're not watching the stream. Instead of playing the Jeopardy theme, I played the Reading Rainbow theme, and then speech jammed myself because I'm an idiot.
Okay.
All right. You guys ready to play Jeopardy?
Yeah.
I am. Yeah.
I'm very ready.
Let's
All
get
right,
it started.
here are tonight's categories. N garbage. I've kind of given up here. But after all, we're past the halfway point. This is going swimmingly. TV show finales. Aerial barrel. China. And Colin, can you go and push to talk? Thank you. And finally, Kyle knows crossovers. Kyle, what the hell is this?
I talked to you about in the past how I found out about A&W and all of its related properties because of American Gladiators. So that's what that's about.
It's clues that pertain to both American Ninja Warrior and American Gladiators, more specifically the crossovers between the two shows. Matt, you're a champion. Before you select, I would like to pat myself on the back for having a category called Aerial Barrel at 1.4 in episode 1.4. And with that, let us begin.
All right. Let's start with show finales for 200.
Sheldon finally wins the Nobel Prize, and in a rare moment of humility, thanks his friends for their support. Matt. No, Colin.
What is the Big Bang Theory?
Correct, and I'm so used to Matt being the banana that I accidentally called on Matt. My apologies.
I mean, I didn't remember who picks what, so I was like, what's ridiculous looking at out of the options it gave me.
At least you didn't pick the squid.
Yeah, well, that wasn't an option. Well, we'll just really mess up the flow and go past the halfway point this early and go for 200.
This traditional sporting event marks the halfway point of the MLB, NBA, and NHL's seasons. Matt.
What is the All-Star game?
Correct.
Halfway point 4.
You'll be halfway done with this race at the 13.1 mile mark. Some runners opt to only go this far. Matt.
What is a marathon?
Correct.
Half for 6.
Averaging the x and y values of two ends of a line segment gives this property. Matt.
What is the midpoint?
You're on a roll.
Halfway for 8.
American elementary and secondary schools begin this on their 91st day of school. Most colleges begin after winter break. William.
What are midterms?
No. Matt?
Crap.
What is the second semester?
Yeah, there it is. Midterms, in theory, would be a little bit before that.
Finish halfway, please.
Right.
This holiday serves as a traditional halfway point of winter, though its actual halfway point occurs 2 days later. Matt.
What is Groundhog Day?
For the sweep, he's got it.
Hey.
Figures
you,
the only time I'm able to buzz in first is the one time I don't know the answer.
Yep, that's how it works.
I mean, I was completely wrong. I thought that one was going to be spring break, so I'm glad I got landed on the buzzer on that time.
Oh, yeah, that'd be pretty bad.
Why don't we go with TV show finales for 4, please?
Okay. Tony and his family wait in a diner, and as an unexpected guest walks in the door, the screen cuts to black. Matt.
What is
What
this? The Sopranos?
Correct.
My button didn't even change.
Yeah, he was already bumped in before we even got the option to buzz in. I call rigged.
Really?
Huh.
I just clicked when it went to 0 for me. I don't know. My internet isn't too great, so I wouldn't expect it to lag like that.
Well, we'll see if that becomes a recurring issue.
All right. Shows for 6, please.
Will ponders in his uncle's now empty home and remarks, "I'm gonna miss you, C." Colin.
What is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Very good.
Right, let's just get this category over with. Same category 800.
Okay. The gang rushes upstairs on New Year's Eve to ring in 1980. William.
What is that 70s show?
You can't have that 70s show in 1980. You're back to even.
Well, that makes sense. I forgot that even existed.
Let's put Kyle to work. Kyle knows crossovers for 200, please.
Okay.
Woo! I thought I was going to get saved for the end. This man won the first season and became a gladiator named Rocket for season 2. He then moved on to American Ninja Warrior when American Gladiators was canceled.
Colin.
Who is Evan Dollard?
Correct.
This is going to bug my OCD, so I'm just going to kill off TV finales.
I don't blame you. Wiping out hundreds of shows in the process, it's revealed that the entire series was a figment of Tommy Westfall's imagination. William.
Is it the Newhart show? Oh, sorry. What is the Newhart show?
No. 3, 2, 1. First of all, I will be setting my teams to Do Not Disturb. Second, I almost asked about that, actually, and I thought nobody would get it. The Tommy Westfall universe is because he saw the entirety of the hospital, St. Aloysius, in a snow globe.
Saint Elsewhere.
Which
Never heard of that.
It's the other show that had that type of finale.
Well, the issue is that St. Elsewhere had a bunch of crossovers with other shows, so when they wiped that show from existence, it also wiped all the other shows it crossed over from existence, which wiped all the shows that crossed over with from existence. And so it's calculated that about 250 shows are actually all in the mind of Tommy Westfall.
Right.
Go look it up, it's great.
Yeah. Well, I won't.
It's still my pick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle knows crossover 400.
All right, Kyle, go ahead.
Woo! In season 1, The Eliminator featured a version of this classic Sasuke.
Actually, wait, hold on. Before we buzz, is this about the reboot or the original?
These are all about the reboot.
Well,
What is the rolling log?
Correct. Sorry, I have to take Will's.
See,
Yeah,
because I know
these
that
are
the
all-
old version had the arm bike, so I didn't know if this was about the old one or the reboot.
It's all about the reboot.
Also,
No,
American
that's never in stage one.
American Gladiators had the arm bike first.
Really?
Yes.
And also, the arm bike was never in stage one.
Oh, you said stage 1? Oh. I was so focused on which version of the saw it was, I missed you saying stage 1.
Yeah, sounds like it.
I can, in fact, confirm it said first stage.
I'll take end garbage for 2.
Reminder, all of the correct responses begin with N.
Huh.
Kim Kardashian West had the audacity to name her first child this. And yes, West was its last name. Colin.
What is North?
Hey, you know a pop culture question.
That was so much of a meme more than anything.
Fair.
Kyle knows crossover for 600.
Sorry, go ahead, Kyle.
In season 2, a new event debuted requiring contenders to reach a buzzer while being pulled by a gladiator. This name was also used by an ANW11 obstacle in stage 2.
William.
What is snapback?
Correct. That takes you to even.
Thank you. N for 4.
It's a stimulant found in tobacco that's also used in smaller doses as a drug to help people quit smoking. Colin.
What is nicotine?
Is correct, which brings you to 1600. Matt in the lead at 3400. Will has been going buoyant between 0 and not 0. He is currently at 0. We'll start with Will, actually. So we were talking beforehand. I guess we mentioned previously that you've been building a battle bot, and we were talking a little bit about it before we went on the air. But you've made quite some progress on that battle bot.
Yes, that's right. The design is done, and most of the pieces are cut. The main pieces of the chassis. Some internal pieces need to be cut still, but I got all the electronics, and I released the design on Instagram, and I got some likes from actual builders from the show BattleBots.
Neat.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm making a 1 pound ant weight robot, and it's going to have a big vertical spinner blade, and hopefully it'll work.
Neat. By chance, have you happened to be on any YouTube shows lately? Preferably with a very handsome host with excellent hair?
Well, I don't know. No, I haven't.
Okay.
I have no idea what you're referring to.
Okay.
I have been on this show called Ninja Lab on National Ninja League YouTube channel, which I think is pretty good. But I think the NNL is also doing the show called the NNL Pro Tournament, where I'm being co-hosted by some guy named I think it's Alice is his name, and we talk about ninjas doing independent grip gauntlet competitions where the viewers vote on who they think is the best, and sometimes the audience agrees with me and sometimes they don't. Like, I think Tiana got robbed, but that's just me.
I'm glad my face cam isn't on. I'll give you a hint of what's going on behind the camera. It was Obstacle 8 in Baltimore. Colin Schaefer, while you guys do the math on that. Speaking of American Ninja Warrior, you were on American Ninja Warrior, and I don't think we've ever actually talked about it on this show.
Yeah, what do you want to know specifically about that?
I don't know, just tell us about the experience. You know, you were a walk-on.
Mm-hmm. I was a walk-on. I waited 6 or 7 days or so, just like sitting on the sidewalk in St. Louis. You know, back when you could fill up the same months and be a walk-on before they did the lottery thing. And it was very cold that night. It was very icy that night. And as a walk-on, they're not really in the priority of runs. They run 10 to start and then just start going through the invites. And because of the weather, they ran some more walk-ons after the lunch break just to make sure everything was fine on the course. And the guy in front of me, Lionel Alonda, he cleared, so I was kind of stuck on the start line for a good few minutes, waiting to go.
And then, how'd your run end up going?
I I took it cautiously and cat grabbed the step, and I did the rolling logs just fine, and then I was going through the bridge blades. I almost got to the end. I had one foot touching the corner of the platform as one of the uprights just came and puts me down.
Well, at least one member of MetaShield has been to the national finals of American Ninja Warrior. And hopefully it will be 2 when I get called next season.
I mean, if we count testing, I did beat obstacles he hadn't, because I beat Snake Crossing and Philip didn't in testing.
Oh, yeah. Just occurred to me that... No. Never mind. I was going to make a joke about how I'm the only person in MetaShield with a buzzer because I cleared the Rec League course, but Philip has a bazillion if we count NNL.
I mean, do we count the fact that I got to press the button as they were moving it between qualifying semifinals to the night of Pittsburgh finals?
Yes!
Does that count?
Yes!
I physically touched an A&W button.
Hey!
Technically, I've pressed a Sasuke buzzer because Makoto Nagano brought it to the Season 2 NNL Worlds.
I have
Also,
touched
Alex,
no buzzers.
I want to point out that you act like you were the only person in the trio to hit a buzzer when you cleared in the Rec League. But you've got to remember the fact that Philip beat the Rec League a year before, and on that same day in a fun run.
Well, that was my point.
Yeah, you
Yeah, he
did not think that one through.
No. Philip has more Rec League buzzers than us two combined.
I think we could just say buzzers in general.
Okay, anyway, but while we're young. Matt D'Annunzio, you
Hello.
apparently went on some sort of spring break lately.
Huh. I wouldn't say went because of COVID. We had a little 2-day break in classes, and that was the last 2 days. So that's what I've been doing. Not very interesting, but this is the 5th time we've done this, so grasping at straws a bit.
Yeah, that's valid. All right, well, hopefully next time you'll come a little bit more prepared with something to talk about.
If there is a next time, which hopefully there is.
Kyle, who the hell has control? Actually, I know that answer, but I want to see if you were paying attention.
I'm just here to read the questions, sir.
All right, it was Colin.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, but I didn't want to be wrong.
Well,
You're a coward.
we'll just do some chance for redemption here. Kyle knows crossover for 800.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Beth Horn, this poisonous female gladiator, competed on A&W 5 in Baltimore, but failed the quad steps.
Colin.
Who is Venom?
Correct.
Damn it!
This is the category.
He said finish the category out.
Oh, sorry, I did not hear him.
It's all good. A new gladiator in Season 2, this man, known as Zen, was the only American Gladiators alum to compete on Season 1, where he beat the qualifying course. I should have tried that slower, sorry.
That's my fault. Colin.
Who is Zen Muku?
Correct.
Also known as Urban Ninja on YouTube back in those days.
And you are now tied for the lead.
In garbage for 600.
Okay. Contrary to common belief, this emperor was actually normal height for the time, around 5'6". Colin.
Who is Napoleon Bonaparte?
And you are in the lead.
Same category, 800.
Is the daily double?
Okay, we'll do 1,000.
Okay. A term meaning zero. In math, an empty set. Or in computing, something with no value.
What is nil?
Nil, you said?
Nah.
I can't take it. Wrong vowel. It's null. Tough luck, but you're still in striking distance.
We'll just kill this category. I'll
Right.
get my 1,000 back, hopefully.
Sounds good. In 2020, Major League Baseball resolved what it called a longtime oversight by giving these leagues major league status? Colin,
Or the Negro Leagues.
you got your 1,000 back.
Thankfully, that was on the news, so I actually knew what baseball was.
Ah,
Aerial Bill for 200.
In the first level of Star Fox 64, Slippy instructs the player to perform one of these maneuvers, rotating 360 degrees on the center axis. Matt.
What is a barrel roll?
Do a barrel roll!
hold on. I like to challenge this clue. It's Peppy who tells you to do a barrel roll, not Slippy.
Ooh.
Also, this is the second separate time that barrel roll has been a response on this show. I'm pretty sure that was a question in episode 2.
I mean, honestly, the curve's thrown that into the Kyle Nose crossovers category as well, considering A&W1's barrel roll was literally a piece taken from American Gladiators. They had lying around.
Not only that, in episode 2, B-roll for 200, in Star Fox 64, Peppy told you to do this, a maneuver in which a plane spins on its horizontal axis.
I told you, that's what dictionary corners are for, to tell you how you screwed up.
Not good!
All right. I'll take barrel for 4.
A form of aerial combat between two aircraft in close range. When taken literally, it's what Michael Vick got jailed for. Colin.
What is a dogfight?
You got it.
In category 600.
You're currently experiencing one of these, but pilots can experience up to 12 doing certain maneuvers. Colin.
What are Z's, or what are Z forces?
On the nose.
Same category 800.
This formation, in which one pilot flies out of the usual V formation, is used to honor fallen military or government personnel. Three, two, one. Doot. It's called the missing man formation. Finish the category, I presume?
Yep.
This aerial stall takes its name from a shark whose head is shaped like the wings of a plane. Will.
What is a hammerhead shark?
I'll take it. Hammerhead stall.
No. Okay. I'll take China for 2.
In December 2019, the first case of COVID-19 was identified in this Chinese city. Colin.
What is Wuhan?
You got it.
400.
China is now home to 6 cities with over 10 million residents, including this city of 24 million, China's most populous. Matt.
What is Shanghai?
That's the one.
600, please.
China claims this special administrative region as its own, which has recently been the cause of mass protests. Colin.
What is Hong Kong?
Is correct.
800.
The teachings of this 5th to 6th century BC Chinese philosopher, emphasizing personal growth, has greatly affected Chinese culture. Matt.
Who is Confucius?
Is him, and now the last clue. China is a one-party system ruled by this party and its leader Xi Jinping. Ironic, given that China has the most billionaires of any country. Matt.
What is the Chinese Communist Party?
Nailed it, which takes you into a tie for the lead. Colin, you are also in that tie. Will, you've been
I hate this game.
Yeah. It's been one of those nights.
They keep hitting the buzzer faster than me, and I don't know how.
There's video games.
I know.
He's got a
I
point.
feel like Regis Philbin on Celebrity Jeopardy. Can never buzz in.
Anyway, here are the double Jeopardy categories we have. Life is like a box of chocolates. Dress for the job. Don't let failure define you. Just be yourself. Follow your heart. And finally, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
That's very cute, Alex.
What on
Thank you.
earth?
Well,
I
the
love
jo-
how it just cuts off and it says, "Thank you for coming to my TED."
well, the joke being that each of these are crappy pieces of advice that a TED talker would give you.
Oh yeah,
And then
absolutely. That's
finally,
why-
thank you for coming to my TED talk.
I mean, I have no idea who TED is or what he talks about, but okay, I've just heard the memes.
Do you, Colin? Do you not know what a TED talk is?
I don't know, but I've heard the memes of "Thank you for coming to mine."
We'll explain it later.
So you know,
Yeah,
Did I do something very dumb?
billionaire entrepreneur and wrestling promoter Ted Turner.
Uh-huh.
He gave a bunch of really dumb speeches in the 90s. And so that's why people say it. Yep, true story.
I don't know if they're just trying to make a joke or not.
I am,
But
in
this is
fact,
plausible.
making a joke. Will.
I mean,
I just wanted to see if you would believe me.
It's plausible.
He was very convincing with that
Yeah.
reasoning.
Anyway, pick.
All right, because I might not get a chance to do this, I would like life is like a box of chocolates, and I would like it for 1,200, please.
Speaking of Ted Turner. A communal pot of warm melted chocolate can be used for this type of dessert, more commonly associated with melted cheese. Colin.
What does fondue?
That's it.
Yeah, I want to call a little bit rigged because I got that buzzer early, and I don't know why. We might have an issue like the same way that Matt got one earlier.
No, I accidentally let the timer expire too early.
Okay. Same category, 800.
Okay, going backwards. Criollo, Forastero, and Trentario are three types of this, the basis of chocolate. It's actually a seed, but the name is misleading. Colin.
What, cocoa beans?
Yep.
400. Same category.
Though it can technically be achieved with a particular type of Dutch chocolate, most bakers of this cake opt for food coloring. Colin.
What is red velvet cake?
Red velvet is all elite.
1600, since I'm apparently doing well at this category.
Sure. You can melt and recool chocolate using this process, which gives it a glossy finish. 3, 2, 1. No longer doing well with it, it's tempering.
Well, in that case, let's go the other way and just kill the category.
Sure. That took a turn quickly. White chocolate does not contain cocoa liquor, but instead contains this chocolate ingredient and either milk or milk powder. Three, 2, 1. Along with cocoa liquor, you also need cocoa butter. Okay, apparently we're going to just be yourself for 2,000.
Okay, I'll take it.
The only person to play himself in a Saturday Night Live Celebrity Jeopardy skit, this lovable actor gets his hand stuck in a pickle jar. Three, 2, 1. And that would be Tom Hanks.
Oh, well, I probably should have seen that coming after that other category.
Didn't technically Alex Trebek also play himself in Celebrity Jeopardy?
Colin, you remain in control of the board.
Okay, never mind.
I don't know. I want to know the answer to that myself.
He was in one, but he didn't play himself so much as he just appeared in a cameo, so I'm not counting.
Okay.
All right.
Well, let's just try and get rid of this category 1600.
And in any event, I wouldn't have accepted because he didn't get his hand stuck in a pickle jar.
I know. I wasn't going to say that.
His 3 cameos as himself in the Harold and Kumar series were more Barney Stinson than his actual self. Matt.
It was Neil Patrick Harris.
And this is why I couldn't ask about the How I Met Your Mother finale in the earlier category, which I have just recently decided to start being mad about. Matt, you're in control.
Let's go with Don't Just Be Yourself for 1,200.
This Ghostbusters alum plays an exaggerated version of himself in a cameo in Zombieland as he attempts to suck up ghosts. Matt.
It was Bill Murray.
That's the one. You're in the lead.
Yourself for 8.
Among this Baywatch star's cameos as himself, an interaction with SpongeBob and Patrick in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Colin.
It was David Hasselhoff.
Yep, you're back in the lead.
Let's kill this category as well.
He stars as himself as the main human protagonist of Space Jam. Colin.
It was Michael Jordan.
That would be famed venture capitalist Michael Jordan.
I mean, I can't even laugh considering that time I had to ask if the Bulls were a real team or just something so they didn't get in legal trouble. You know what? Don't let failure define you for 400.
Good segue. Google created this piece of wearable technology that was highly criticized and even led to harassment of people who wore one. Colin.
Was Google Glass.
You've been on fire tonight.
Same category, 800.
This streaming service, providing bite-sized content, launched in April 2020, only to shut down 6 months later. Colin.
What is Quibi? Also, RIP the Legends of the Hidden Temple reboot they were supposed to have but didn't get.
Yeah.
Same category, 1200.
Not to be outdone by New Coke, Pepsi tried this clear version in 1992 that got discontinued a year later, save for a brief reboot in 2016. Colin.
What is Crystal Pepsi?
Wow, you've been on fire.
I tried the reboot and it just tastes like watered down regular Pepsi.
Yeah.
I can understand why it failed.
Yeah, same.
I liked it, for the record.
I mean, it's good if they're having one of those days where the song ain't feeling the best, but it's just not worth the money over any other options in the soda section. Same category, 16.
VHS proved to be the alpha dog to Sony's version that launched in 1975 and never took off. Colin.
What is Baymax?
Hence the alpha clue.
The funny thing is, it was tech-wise, it was a bad format. Just a matter they didn't make enough licensing deals, and that's why VHS managed to overtake it. And fancy category.
This tropical music festival was so catastrophic, it led to its participants getting cheese sandwiches and its founder getting prison time. Matt.
It was Firefest.
Preventing Colin from the sweep. Good job. 2000 and control the board.
Let's go with Dress for the Job for 12.
Is the first daily double of the round. You needed this one. You're behind by 2,800.
Let's go with 4,000. I don't even know what this is going to be about, but
4,000 it is. Red plaid flannel, while not a required uniform, was popularized by these workers in the Pacific Northwest.
Poor lumberjacks.
Is correct. You are now in the lead.
They're lucky that was a daily double, so I didn't go into a Monty Python joke there.
All right. Let's go with Follow Your Heart for 12.
It's the number of beats of your heart per minute. Not the actual number. Everyone's is different and it can vary. Three, 2, 1. Oh, hi, Will.
What is your BPM?
Now, Dictionary Corner.
I don't know the answer. Sending me the answer?
I'm not going to accept it for now. We might reverse course there.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Ooh.
The answer was heart rate.
Oh, I thought you were asking for like
Probably
a
not
range of
him.
numbers. I'm like, I don't. Oh, what do you want to hone in on?
All right.
I'm not the host, but I'm okay with him getting it.
Yeah, that's kind of it's a question where you're kind of, I don't know, the wording of it, it's really hard for you to get to an exact phrasing of that, so I would give it to him.
Yeah, I'm reviewing the Wikipedia article of heart rate, and it says BPM in the literal first sentence, so I think I have to give it to him.
So, also, Will has done a phenomenal job of censoring himself, so I feel like he deserves the money just for that.
Yeah. I'll get to that one.
You make a valid point. All right, well, they're in control.
I just want to take a moment to recognize my score.
Yeah!
Thank you. Yes, thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk for 800, please.
32 million people viewed this billionaire philanthropist's 2015 speech. The next outbreak? We're not ready. We weren't. Wow, that was fast, Colin.
Who's Bill Gates?
That's him.
Same category, 400.
He's ready to implant some microchips to track your location for reasons. That was sarcasm. He's the only U.S. president to deliver a TED Talk, rebuilding Rwanda in 2007 during his successor's administration. Matt.
Who is Bill Clinton?
His successor being George Bush, who was president in 2007.
TED for 12.
This U2 frontman won the first TED Prize in 2005 for his talk, My Wish, 3 Actions for Africa. Colin.
Who's Bono?
Correct.
16.
Is the other Daily Double.
Hey.
You lead by 400. What do you want to do?
We'll do 2,000.
Okay. In a rant on these, 99% Invisible's Roman Mars chided Pocatello, Idaho's one. The city changed it in 2017.
Why are you even asking here? Wait, what? Can you reword the question?
In a rant on these. What did he rant on? 99% Invisible's Roman Mars, that's the guy's name, chided Pocatello, Idaho's one. Pocatello, Idaho has one. Roman Mars did a rant on a bunch of them.
I have no idea. I'm just going to throw something out there. War flags? I don't know.
Sorry.
Well, that's usually Cal's job. How about that?
Oh! Hey! I had no idea what a C would have that people would rant about and have a bunch of them. I'm like, okay, there's probably some stupid flag or something. Let's just kill this category.
Sure. Arthur Benjamin fancied himself as this portmanteau as he displayed arithmetic wizardry in a 2013 talk. Matt.
Who is the math magician?
Is correct.
What?
Instead of a mathematician, he's a mathemagician.
Okay, no, I get that part. It's the rest of the part that I don't understand.
Okay.
He's really good at math, and he did a bunch of cool stuff with it. All right.
Hold on. Is that the guy from Math in Comedy, or is that someone else?
I don't know.
Okay, never mind.
Heart for 16, please.
It's the type of surgery that unobstructs a coronary artery. Though it can be done on any artery, it's most associated with the heart. Colin.
What is a bypass?
Is correct. You're in the lead by 2,000.
Same category, 2,000.
Okay. It's the 3-letter abbreviation for a screening of one's heart, or those jagged lines you seem to represent heartbeats. Colin.
What is an EKG?
Or ECG.
800, same category.
If you think you might have a heart problem, you might want to see this type of doctor that studies the heart. Colin.
Was a cardiologist?
Correct again.
And fancy category.
The heart's primary function is to pump this fluid throughout the body. Colin.
What is blood?
Blood.
I sort of expected such an easy question for the 400 clue.
By the way,
come on, Matt. I need you to get the rest of these questions.
Dress for the top 400.
Side note, I just want to bring attention to Colin's score.
Hey!
Oh!
What did you pick again, Colin?
400.
Okay. The tall white hat worn by the most experienced of this occupation is known as a toque blanche. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Matt.
What is a priest?
No, Colin.
What is a Seth?
Yes.
I was like, okay, I was like 50-50. There's only 2 jobs that have a tall white hat, and I'm assuming it's not magician either. So,
I gotta be honest.
We got down to 3 choices. One probably isn't it, and he ruled out the other, so I'm like, it's gotta be a Seth.
Okay, before we get to the next question, I gotta be honest. The reason I didn't buzz in is because when I saw tall white hat, I immediately thought of Doug Dimmadome, and I was going to say cowboy, but it didn't make any sense. Yeah, exactly.
Somebody.
I'll give you that one. That's a good answer.
Somebody, please Photoshop a chef hat onto a priest and post it in general.
800.
Home Depot employees are known for their orange ones of this article of clothing. Colin.
Or smocks or aprons.
Correct.
Oh my god.
16.
Also the name of a sitcom, it's the often blue, loose-fitting clothing that nurses wear. Matt.
Oh, right.
Finally, what are scrubs?
Welcome back to the game. And now the last clue.
Possible.
Somewhat counterintuitively, the Space Force announced in 2020 their uniforms would be this pattern similar to other military branches. Colin.
Or camouflage.
Correct, which brings you up to 25,400. Matt at 18,200. Well, I mean, you've known these questions. You've just been a little slow in the draw.
Yeah, that's the reason why.
Tonight's Final Jeopardy category is Foreign Affairs. Please submit your wagers in the category of Foreign Affairs. And you will do that via the game app. Remember, you will submit your response to me via Discord direct message.
Wait, I'm trying to click enter your wager, and it's... Wait, do I hit play now, right? It's not letting me submit.
Yeah, I have the same issue.
Is it the play now button, or?
I mean, there's no other button here.
Well, it's not doing anything.
Yeah, I got the same issue.
Same issue.
Uh-oh.
Submit your wagers to me via Discord. I'll do it manually. But wait a minute. I don't want to break the game by having you refresh. Yeah, we'll do it manually. I'll figure it out. Waiting on Will.
Oh, right, sorry.
All right.
If you want me to do a calculator real quick with the numbers to give you a live total, I can.
All right.
Send the wagers over.
You saw it, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And now the Final Jeopardy category in the subject of foreign affairs. I want to skip wagers and play Final Factile. Yes. The U.S. placed a travel ban on this country from 1961 until 2015, when President Obama restored diplomatic ties to the country. Players, you have 30 seconds. Good luck.
Well, crap.
What's that rule in wrestling? You can't do the same thing for 7 straight episodes?
I don't know. I think I've seen this one before.
I hate you, Alex. 'cause
Will, you're in 3rd place.
I was hoping for a hard answer so these two guys can blow it and give me a fighting chance, but that's obviously not happening. I wrote, what is Cuba?
Is the correct answer in your wager?
0, for the reason I just gave.
Matt, you are in 2nd place. You said
I said, what is Cuba?
is correct in your wager,
It was $18,199.
which brings you up to, Kyle.
Oh, hang on. Wait, okay, I thought I was muted. My bad. 36,399.
Which will round up to 36,400. Colin Schaefer, look where we are, buddy.
Yeah?
You said
After stopping to laugh because of this being a question again, I said, what is Cuba?
is the correct answer. Is the 3rd try the charm? Your wager was...
I went all in. 25,400.
You idiot.
I mean, every time I don't, anytime I do a safe bet, I lose, even if I get right. So I'm like, okay, I'll just go all in, risk it all in.
Colin, you can close the episode if you want, Alex, but I'm going to highly recommend when you return as the champion to take a look at like the Jeopardy bet calculator. Just envision some scenarios because that is not what you're supposed to bet there.
Okay.
Well,
Colin.
look who actually won, though.
Yes, that's great. Colin. Here's the easiest way to do it. You bet Matt's score plus $1. That's all you have to do. It's like the super easy, you don't need a calculator way to do it.
So all you had to do there was bet technically 10,001 and you win the game with the right answer. And technically, if he bets it all and gets a wrong answer, you still win the game. I guess we're looking at it as a hypothetical, but
I think I know math. Every time I thought I was trying to go over what the max possible was, I'm still under. So that's why I'm like, F this all in.
I mean, hey, I guess hindsight's 20/20 when you get the right answer and you set, I'm pretty sure, what has to be pretty close to record total, if not the record total, but...
I think Matt still has the record. By the way, thanks for watching, everybody. The good news for Matt is that Cameron sounds receptive to defending his Apex of Game Show Championship finally, so you are owed a rematch. I have no idea who the 3rd player is going to be, but stay tuned for that.